They told me it was a comeback. I didn't expect it to be a confrontation. Hollywood never gives you a script for the moments that matter. I hadn't acted in 5 years. Not since the scandal, the headlines that wouldn't die, the unprofessional behavior whispers, the photos they leaked. I fled to New York, taught acting in a dingy theater basement in Brooklyn, lived quietly. But then came this offer. A lead role in an indie gay romance directed by a Sundance darling. The kind of script agents salivate over. The kind of project that gets whispered at award shows. The kind that forgives sins. The email had been vague. Partnered casting. Chemistry essential. Prior connection preferred. I didn't care. I said yes before even knowing who the co-star was. I should have asked. I should have read the fine print. On day 1, standing under the blistering LA sun, I turned and saw him. Julian. My Julian. He looked older. Sharper jaw. Slightly broader. Still walked like he owned the room but spoke like he was always guarding something. He froze when he saw me. A slow, stunned breath dragging through his chest. Ryan, he said. My name like a knife dipped in honey. My knees wanted to buckle. Instead, I smiled like I'd just seen an old colleague. Not the man I loved and left 5 years ago. Not the man I ran from after a night that ruined everything. The director, Cassidy, grinned like she'd just won the lottery. Oh, perfect. You two know each other. Oh, we knew each other. Our characters were star-crossed lovers, an omega and a beta in a world where love outside class was forbidden. Forbidden like we had been. We'd be filming in sequence, building tension across 3 weeks until the climactic final kiss. Cassidy believed in authentic evolution. She had no idea just how real it would be. The first scene was simple. My character, Micah, watches Julian's, Levi, from across a smoky jazz bar. I was supposed to glance up, meet his eyes, look away. I glanced up. He was already staring at me, unblinking, cold. I forgot to look away. Cut. Cassidy smiled. You're a natural, Ryan. No, I was a mess pretending to be composed. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat in my hotel room, watching our rehearsal footage, pausing every time Julian's face softened. Was he acting or remembering? I remembered everything. The final night before I left him, it was after the film festival. We were drunk on champagne and success. He had just won Best Actor. I was nominated. We talked about buying a place in the hills, about going public. I kissed him in a balcony corner, and he whispered, "Let's stop hiding." I said yes. Then hours later I vanished. Not because I didn't love him, but because I did, and I was terrified. The second week of shooting got harder. The dialogue became more intimate. There were late-night rehearsals, close-up kisses, shared cigarettes behind trailers. The line between acting and reality blurred like a fogged lens. "Why'd you say yes to this movie?" Julian asked me one night, voice low, guarded. "I needed the work." "Right?" he scoffed. "And this script just happened to fall into your lap. You think I'm that stupid?" "I didn't know it'd be you." Silence. Then he looked at me with something that wasn't anger anymore. It was worse. "Would you have said yes if you had?" I opened my mouth, closed it. He laughed, humorless. "That's what I thought." Cassidy pushed for real chemistry. She got it. Because under all the anger, Julian and I still burned for each other. Our Omega-Beta storyline became a metaphor. Every line we spoke on set felt like a conversation we'd avoided for years. "You said you'd fight for me," Julian whispered in one take. "And you said you'd wait," I replied. Tears ran down both our faces. We kept rolling. When the kiss finally came, it wasn't choreography. His hands in my hair, my lips on his neck, it was all memory and instinct. We kissed like drowning men. When they yelled cut, no one moved. Julian looked at me, eyes red. "You never said goodbye." I whispered, "I didn't know how." In the final week, the producers flew in for a test screening. Cassidy showed them a rough cut. When the lights came up, the room was silent. One exec leaned forward. "You two are electric. It's not acting." Cassidy smiled. "That's why I cast them." Julian and I stood side by side. We didn't speak. Not yet. That night, we sat in my car for hours. He turned to me. You still run when it matters? I looked at him. I'm here now. He stared ahead. Is that supposed to be enough? I reached for his hand. He let me. I don't want forgiveness. I just want a second take. The movie premiered 3 months later at Tribeca. Standing on stage with him, cameras flashing, I finally understood something. Sometimes the story doesn't end. Pauses, then rewrites itself. As the credits rolled and the audience rose in a standing ovation, Julian leaned in, lips near my ear. This time, he whispered, don't leave. I turned to him, my chest tight, heart open. I won't, because real love doesn't live in the past. It waits, quietly, until you're finally brave enough to act. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.